Hello everyone, and welcome back to Let's Play Final Fantasy VII. Last time, I said... oh shit, coughing already. Alright, we'll get back to this in a second. Anyway, last time I said we were gonna maybe go to that ancient forest after getting the ultimate weapon battle over with, but instead, I decided today we're gonna do the Chocobo breeding madness that we're about to do. And so, I'm actually doing this post-commentary, I'll just say it now because this shit's gonna go quickly. Anyway, the way I'm kicking this episode off is we're going to stop by the Chocobo Sage's house. Now this guy, first thing first, talk to his Chocobo. It'll spit out another yellow materia, which is an enemy skill materia. That's the 4th enemy skill materia in the game. I only need to master 3. You can only use 3 characters. There's really no reason to have that 4th one unless you missed one. Which, the only one you can really miss is the very first one. So if you've missed the very first enemy skill, for whatever reason, there's the 3rd one, or 4th one, whatever. Anywho, then you talk to this poltergeist-looking, purple sage-looking bitch. She's called the Chocobo Sage. And the only reason I came over here, actually, is to buy some greens. These greens will be highly useful. I will be buying these Silkus greens. They'll be highly useful for leveling up my Chocobos once I catch them and want to level them up for racing. And I went ahead and just bought some of the other ones just to try them out. There was really no other reason to buy the other ones. But anywho, so yeah, I'm doing this post-commentary because otherwise, the 3.5, 4 hours it took me to do this footage, yeah, I don't even need to explain once I say that. So I just whittled this down to the important parts. So I'm pretty much making this a guide, and I'm going to try to focus on just doing commentary on what I'm currently doing. I was going to do like subtitles or some kind of titles on the screen, just tell you what I'm doing or what you should need. The main thing you want to have for this mission is a lot of money to buy the greens. Otherwise, you don't really need that much money. You just need it for the greens, and you need it for the next step, what I'm about to do right now, is you head over to the Chocobo farms. And now that they don't have any Chocobos here anymore, you can go talk to the main Choco Bill, which is the guy who runs this place. And he'll suggest to you, after you talk to him for a minute, that you should learn how to raise Chocobos. And he says, yeah, that's cool. Hey, I have some stables open. That's pretty much what he's getting at here. I'm not going to read the dialogue. And each stable costs 10,000 gil. So you need 60,000 gil, because there's 6 stables. So you should at least have 60,000 gil to buy all the stables, because you're going to want them all. You should also have enough money to buy all those greens that I bought. You're going to want at least 25 times 1 Chocobo, 2, 3, 4, 5, I guess you're going to want 25 times 6 amount of Silkus greens, so I guess that's 150. You're going to want to be able to afford 150 Silkus greens at least. That way you can level up all your Chocobos to the highest they can be. Silkus greens are really good because they level up your stats really hot, like quickly. And yeah, that's pretty much the only reason. They're most expensive. You could do it slowly if you want to buy a bunch of different kinds of greens, but recommend you just buy Silkus greens. Anyway, so yeah, I don't know why I showed all of this, but I'm just buying all 6 stables. You have to do them one at a time. Anywho, so let's see, the next step after this, what is it? I'm not even sure if I remember. Maybe I should have my notes open while I watch this, just so I know what's coming. No matter. Anyway, the next step, okay. So we're flying over here by Bone Village. The next thing you're going to need is when you go to mate your Chocobos, you're going to need to have them eat a certain nut. For the first 3 breedings we're going to do, we're going to need a nut that you steal from this guy. So he's over by Bone Village, you got to steal from him, and it's the carob nut. I got one immediately, so I think we're going to cut away from this battle here pretty soon, because this guy actually takes a while to defeat. I might have shown myself actually steal a carob nut early on in the game, but I just wanted to show another one. Anyway, next we're going to fly over here to Goblin Island. If you remember this island, this is where we learned the Goblin Punch ability. I don't know why in the hell I got back in Highwind. Anyway, God, I hate that I have my cough still too. It's so annoying. So we're going to wander around here until we run into some gobbies. And once we do that, we're going to want to steal from them. Now, I think I tried to steal from them when I first went over here and tried to get the enemy skill, or actually got the enemy skill. But for some reason I kept failing the steal. I don't think I ever actually stole one from them because I didn't have the nut that I was trying to steal. So the nut you get from these guys, I think it took me a couple tries to get it. Hopefully not too much longer here. The nut you want from these guys is the... boom. Zeo nut. There it is. Okay, so you're only going to need 1 Zeo nut, so you don't have to get any more after this And then as for the carob nut, you're going to need 3, so you have to fight 3 of those guys. So anyways, now that I got the nuts that I need and the greens that I wanted, and I set up the stables, now it's time to catch some chocobos. So the first place you're going to want to go is over here by Gold Saucer. The battle you're going to want to run into with the chocobo lure equipped, of course, is this one. Make sure the one that you catch is the one that has these 2 little Spencer enemies with it. Otherwise, you won't get the chocobo you need. The goal here is to catch a good chocobo. Doesn't really matter if it's male or female, not really, because whatever this one is, you just got to make sure the other one is the opposite, so it doesn't matter. Anyway, so you want a good chocobo, and by good I mean good rating, and you'll know what it is when you go and take it back to the stables, and I'll show you how that works, I think, next, right here. Anyway, this is how you send it back to the stables. Just get off of the chocobo, click the button. Fuck, man, I hate this. And then you go back to the stables, talk to the motherfucker, Choco Billy, go to move chocobos. This is how you move them from the pen outside to the stables. Yeah, you see I have an average one, but this one's a good chocobo. It says it right there. And I just kind of showed the difference. And so choose the good chocobo, you put it in. And this one was a male, so I was going to need a female next. Anyway, so now you name it. So the best way to do this is to name them something relevant. The problem here is I accidentally clicked the button too fast. So this one's name is Go. G-O. I was going to name it Good M for good male, but I failed. Anyway, so the next chocobo you want to catch to breed with that one is over here by Mediel. There's these chocobo tracks. So this is going to be our next chocobo catching experience. And as soon as you run into a battle, you'll see the battle that is going to be the one you want to catch the chocobo. Now, not all these, trust me, all of this took a long time. I just basically am showing you the successful battles I ran into. I did not run into this battle first. Or the battle before this. I didn't run into that one first either. Anyway, this is the one you want, the chocobo with the spiral enemy. I don't know if there's one where you have more than one spiral enemy, but this one was only one, which was nice. So anyway, take out the spiral, and you'll catch yourself another chocobo. The chocobo here, at this location, is actually a great chocobo. And you'll see what that means in a moment when I head back to the stables. I should be cutting back there momentarily. Oh wait, of course I have to show how to send it back to the stables like I didn't already do that. Anyway, I didn't want the episode to be super short. I wanted to show some of the thorough stuff you have to do. In fact, I think I showed myself fly all the way back there and everything. Oh, that's right. The reason why I showed this is because what you want to make sure you do here is because we need a female great chocobo since we have a good male. Which one's male and female doesn't really matter as long as you have them be opposite so you can breed them. But the key to this is save it right now, because if you don't save it right now, the chocobo you're about to get may not be a female, so you want to make sure that it's female. Now, I'm not sure if I showed myself not getting a female, but I'll just spoil it right now. I'm about to check right now, and it's not going to be a female. And the way you get around doing that, I'm going to go and start explaining this now. If ever you don't get an outcome you want when you're moving the chocobo to the stables, or if you're breeding. Yeah, see, this one was a male, so I had to reload my save. Now, if you're playing the PS1 version, what you're going to want to do, and you'll see the successful attempt right here. I actually correctly named this one Great Female, Great F. Anyway, what you're going to want to do, the way it works is there's a random number generator, right? And to push the random number generator to the next iteration or whatever, what you do is you go outside and you fight a battle, or you can feed one of the chocobos some greens in the stables. If you do that, you push the random number generator forward one, and then the random number generator goes forward one, so that means your outcome can be different. Anyway, so what am I doing here? Oh, now I want to feed my chocobos greens now that I have the good and the great. And before I breed them, I want to make them more likely to have a color chocobo. Racist, I know. Either blue or green. That's the colors I'm looking for. You want to feed them about 25 Silkus greens each. I had already given this one a couple of greens, so I only gave him 23. But you want to give them about 25 to max out their stats, so they're good at racing. And so the next step for this is to head over to the Chocobo square in the Gold Saucer, register to race your Chocobos, and race both of them to at least A rank. Now, you can actually get away with lower than that, but to be on the safe side, I went ahead and raced them to A rank. And let me go ahead and point out this race right here, this first one. This was the first race I did when I went over there. Look how ridiculously fast the Chocobos are running. I am not playing this in fast forward. This is literally how fast it went for me when I first went there. No other race that I did went this fast. I don't know what the fuck was going on. I feel like I was playing some Sega Genesis blast processing shit or something. It's crazy. I was like, I have to show this race. I don't know what the fuck, because every race after this was normal speed, not like fast forward. That was so weird. I didn't get it. I thought maybe because it was the PC version they like sped this shit up so you don't have to wait as long. But seriously, look how fast that shit went. I didn't do a damn thing to the recording or nothing. I just put it on auto and let it go. Yeah, and on C rank you pretty much destroy. You don't even have to play. You just put it on automatic. With your stats boosted or maxed out all the way, there's no worries that you're gonna lose on C rank. It's B rank and above that where you can have a chance to lose, really. Especially with these early Chocobos that are only good and great. Their max stats are not very good. So anyway, God, if I could stop coughing. Weak. Anyway, oh, and by the way, for Chocobo racing, you always want to get GP. You don't even want the items unless it's a materia, which is rare. Anyway, so I raced the great one next. I don't even. Why did I show all this? I guess just so I have a cut. Yeah, pretty much. Anyway, so once I got them both to A rank, then I went back to the Chocobo stables, and it was time to breed the BZs. So we go to mating Chocobos. Now, once you pick mating, you have to choose two to mate. At this point, I only have 2 Chocobos in the stable. The Great F female, and Go the male. He's a good male. Mate those two, and the nut you want to give them is the carob nut, the one we steal from that big red velociraptor looking motherfucker. And when you breed these two, you're pretty much guaranteed to get at least a blue or green, one or the other. It doesn't matter which one. The first one doesn't matter. The problem is the other one, when you do it the second time, you want to make sure you get the opposite color with the opposite sex. So anyway, I got a blue male right away, so I said, okay, cool. The problem with this PC version also was it was hard to tell the difference between blue and green. The blue is really faded blue, and then when you finally get a green one, you realize how different they look. But when you're looking at them at first, when I first saw that blue one, I was like, is that a blue one or a green one? I don't even know. Terrible lighting on these Chocobo stable areas. Anyway, so I got a blue male. So the next thing is you don't have to catch any more Chocobos to breed. What you need to do is actually, you can use the same 2 Chocobos to breed again to get a green one. But what you got to do though is you have to go outside and actually fight 10 battles to make them so they're able to breed again. That's not a random number generator thing, that's just so they're able to breed again. So anyways, so the next thing you want to do is breed these 2 again. Now I'm pretty sure I didn't show the fail attempts for this, but this took me a bunch of tries. I had to push the random number generator ahead quite a few times. I kept getting a green male. We need a green female here. But I'm pretty sure all I did was show the green female, if I'm not mistaken. I hope that's all I did, because I didn't want to make this video a lot longer showing all the failed attempts. So you get a green one and it's female, sweet. So I just named her Green F, I think. You'll see. Anywho, yeah, trust me, that was the part that took me the longest, was getting that green female. I got a green male and then I got more blue males. I never even got a blue female one time. After a bunch of blue and green males, I finally got a green female, and I was excited. So, moving on. The next thing you want to do is, once you got the green and the blue, you got to race them both to A rank at least. Now, it's not. It's actually a certain amount of wins you have to get, but I always just go to the highest rank that makes sense. So anyway, these 2 you want to get to A rank. A rank is enough. So, I'm pretty sure I just showed part of a race with the blue one here, and then I also showed part of the race with the green one. Yeah, there's the fade. And then once you're done with that, because they're both infant Chocobos that just got born, you have to make them able to breed before. I mean, you race them first, but that doesn't make them age. The way you age them is to fight battles. So you actually have to go to fight. It's randomized 3 to 18 battles. Once you do that, both of the Chocobos should be ready to breed, and they're A ranks, so they're able to get the next color Chocobo. And now that we have a blue and a green opposite sexes, we should be able to breed them and get myself the next color Chocobo. And the next one you're going for is actually the black Chocobo. I'll just say it now. And you breed, and to get them, you have to breed them with a carob nut. So you need a total of 3 carob nuts and a lot of resets. Well, in this case, you don't need to reset at all because you're pretty much guaranteed to get the black Chocobo first try once you have the blue and the green. It's the blue and the green that are the issue. Once you get past the blue and the green part, this is straight up just a matter of doing the races to make sure everything's good. Because the blue and the green almost, like, it's like 90+% chance you're going to get a black one. It really is pretty high. So anyways, now that we have a black one, remember our goal here is a gold Chocobo. We need to have the Chocobo to breed with the gold one. I mean the black one. So we got a black female, by the way. The place you have to catch the yellow Chocobo to breed with the black one, you actually have to catch a wonderful Chocobo. The place to get those is here in the snowy area. You walk over to the Chocobo tracks. Yeah, this first battle wasn't actually a Chocobo battle. It took me a while to run into this one. You want to fight the one where they're with these 2 rabbits called the Jumpings. Kill the rabbits, catch the Chocobo. This will get you a wonderful Chocobo. And just to take mental note, when you do take it back to the stables, or go back to the stables to move it into the... Go back to the farm to move it into the stables, you have to make sure it's a male because the black one for me was a female. Just make sure it's always the opposite sex. So I have to make sure the wonderful one is also a male to go with that black female that I have. So... I don't know if I showed myself going back to move the wonderful Chocobo. I probably should have if I didn't. Yeah, I don't think I did. Well, since I didn't, just know that that was a wonderful Chocobo, and actually, I'm pretty sure I got it on the first try. But if it's not a male, then just do the soft reset and move on. Actually, let me mention the soft reset, hard reset thing. Oh, by the way, let me finish the episode, what I'm talking about here. Next, after you get both Chocobos, you got to go race them both. Here's the yellow one. I just showed the black one a second ago. You got to race them both to S class this time. So yes, you have to make them even better than the last one. So it does take a while. That's part of the bulk of what I had to do this morning as well. So once you get them both to S class, they're ready to mate, and you have to make sure the black one is grown up. So make sure you fight battles as well. Also, I didn't have enough room in my stables after breeding, so I had to get rid of the Go Chocobo. Anyway, once you do that, breed the black and the wonderful. Be sure to pick the black Chocobo first, because the black Chocobo first is like a hack thing that works. And then once you use a Zeo nut, boom, achievement, gold Chocobo. Make sure you use the Zeo nut for that breeding. And it's funny that I got the achievement before it actually popped up, but there's your gold Chocobo. Strikingly looks similar to the yellow, but it's gold. And since it was female, I was like, female gold Chocobo, what should I name it? I sat here for a minute thinking about it, and I came up with a pretty appropriate name, I think. I think it's a pretty appropriate name. What was I explaining before? I was going to explain something, but I guess it doesn't matter that much. I was explaining something about making sure that the black one was, you have to make sure it's old enough to breed. You just had to fight more battles, basically. I think I was explaining something when I was making the wonderful Chocobo. Oh, just saying that you have to push the random memory. I was gonna explain the hard reset and the soft reset, but as you saw, I just named the gold Chocobo Eris. And now that I have the gold Chocobo, I want to ride it, of course. That's the whole point of this entire thing. The gold Chocobo will take us to places we have never been able to go to before via our airship. So we grab Eris and we go. Where are we going? Well, many places that you wouldn't expect. But check out immediately where the gold Chocobo can go. In the water, not just the shallows. Boom, in the ocean. And that's the key with the gold Chocobo. The gold Chocobo can cross oceans. I'm pretty sure... I'm trying to remember which ones can cross. No, actually, you know what? I think the blue one... Oh, man, it's hard to remember which one. I think the black one can actually cross oceans, too. I don't remember which one can do what. The whole point is each one of the Chocobos can do different things to get to different places that I'm speaking of. There are actually 4 different caves I'm about to go to that contain 4 legendary materias that are all awesome. Well, 3 of the 4 are awesome, I should say. I think it's 3 or 4. I'm pretty sure they're all okay. I'm trying to remember what the 4th one is. We'll see it in a second. Anyway, for some reason I went and got the best one first. I should have saved the best for last. But anyway, there's a random island up here in the far northeast of the map. And it contains the best materia in the game, the best materia of all time. It's a summon one, that's why it's red. And then, yeah, you talk to it. Boom! Knights of the Round. That one requires an achievement because it's that fucking epic. That is the materia we are going to be using a lot to do a lot of things. I shouldn't say a lot of things. It's to do some big things that we wouldn't be able to do, or at least I wouldn't be able to do otherwise, because I fucking don't have good strategies for some of the stuff we're going to do with that shit later. But we'll get to what Knights of the Round is good at later. I'm sure I'm going to show it off several times. It's a long summon animation. So anyways, I went ahead and started heading to the other caves. The next cave is over actually down here by Medial. You just kind of walk over here by these brown areas. There's a cave over here on the end. And inside this cave will be another materia. Big fucking surprise. This one is a blue one. What will the blue one be, I wonder? I wonder. Quadra Magic. Now, I know I haven't explained the hard reset and soft reset thing yet, but all a soft reset is you can't do it with the PC version, so it doesn't really matter. It doesn't pertain to me here. But I wanted to explain that if you can do a soft reset, you don't need to do the random number generator thing where you fight a battle and feed the Chocobo thing. If you're playing the PS1 version, you could just do a soft reset, which is holding the shoulder buttons and start and select all together at once, and it'll automatically reset the game. That will also push this keep the random number generator already pushed forward one. And that's how you do it there. Anyway, the third cave's over by on the Wutai continent. It's yellow. The yellow one is going to be the Mime materia. Also a highly useful materia, which I will be utilizing quite a bit for some of the final hard battles of the game. Why am I even dilly-dallying, like skirting around who the final battles are going to be? It's against Emerald Weapon and Ruby Weapon. Ruby Weapon being the one in the Golden Saucer Desert, and Emerald being the one underwater. I don't know why I'm skirting around it like we're not at the fucking end of the game. Seriously, what the hell? Anyway, the last cave's over here by the desert. It's like on the other side of over where by Gold Saucer is. And this is actually, if I remember correctly, the least useful of the four. And this is one of the four, I remember now. It's pretty shitty. HP MP Swap. One of the weirdest materias. I don't understand why it even exists. It's more of a hindrance than anything. Not one of the materials I particularly like to use for anything useful, but it's, you know, it's there nonetheless. Anyways, so those are the 4 reasons you want to have the Gold Chocobo. Well, 3 reasons to have the Chocobos at all. The 4th reason, the Knights of the Round, you have to have the Gold Chocobo. So cool, right? We got the 4 legendary materias, one of which was garbage, but the other 3 are amazing. Quadra Magic, I didn't really explain what that does, but it's fucking amazing. I think I'll just explain what the materias do at a later time. For now, I just wanted to show the rewards of getting all the Chocobos and having the Gold Chocobo. And as you can see, I can just run straight across the map. Nothing can get in my way with my Gold Chocobo. The world becomes our playground with a Gold Chocobo. Anyways, that's going to conclude this Chocobo breeding guide. And I'll see you guys in the next one, where I will probably... I don't know, we'll do something. See you later.